Hey everyone, let's have a little Friday reads today. Let's start with the physical book that I've been reading for a while. We the Drowned. It's 660 pages, I'm 160 pages in. I really like the writing, I'm not really sure how to summarize the story yet. But mainly I haven't been reading as much as I wanted to or I had thought I would. Basically that is because I've been trying to fix my happy. I told you in my letter to February that I've lost my happy and that I'm trying to figure out how to get my life back in order and be less frustrated with myself. So I've been looking at ideas and inspirations and other people, how they do that. Basically by walking around and listening to the Chase Jarvis Live podcast. Chase Jarvis is a photographer and he knows a lot of interesting people and they come to him and he interviews them for 1.5 hours or so and they talk about how they got their life together, how they got their creative life going and how things happened. It's super interesting. I can highly recommend it if you just want to hear about other people's interesting lives and maybe get ideas on what to do differently. Unfortunately, he also interviewed the author of Deskbound. And I got this book because I was so interested in the topic they were talking about in the interview. Basically about how sitting is the new smoking, which I already knew, but also about how we move wrong, how we have wrong posture and that causes our body to tense up and that's why we have pain. And that's not necessary. So in the interview, they talked about how in this book they address these issues and give advice and strategies and exercises on how to improve all of that. So I was curious as a former sports teacher and also as someone who still has shoulder pain and sits way too much since she stopped teaching. So I got the ebook, which was 20 euros cheaper than the physical book. Yet I still would have preferred the physical book, as I noticed again while I'm reading, because with exercises you want to have a look at it. I currently only have read the introduction, which is very horrific. It makes you feel bad about sitting. Really, really bad. But I tell you about the book more when I've finished it. There's one more thing that I don't think I will get to this weekend to finish, but I have read the first book in the Sandman series by Neil Gaiman years ago. It's a graphic novel series, and as you know, graphic novels are more expensive, and I'm always like, hell, I can buy 2 books for 1 graphic novel, so I never do. But a friend of mine has all of them. So I borrowed all 10 issues from her in January, and ever since then they've been lying around here waiting for me to read them. So I hope I can read this graphic novel series by the end of March and hopefully start this weekend, but I don't make any promises. Oh, and another podcast you might want to check out. It's What to Read Next. Episode 121 is interviewing the people who do the By the Book podcast, which is living by self-help books for 2 weeks. I haven't listened to that podcast yet, but it was a very interesting interview. It was fun to listen to, especially in the light of our discussion about self-help books. There you have it, everything I've been currently consuming. What about you? Anything interesting that I should check out? What are you reading? What about podcasts? I'm usually not really that much of a podcast listener, but maybe I should give it more a try. Thank you all for watching and let's talk in comments.